Okay, hi everybody. I know we are running late tonight. However, we've been having some not difficulties. I had some things that I had to attend to before I jumped online. So here I am, and I am waiting for my co-host to join, and my cell phone is giving me issues right now. Okay. So as soon as she gets on here, we will get started, you guys. Thank you to everybody who is joining us on this live. Hey, you guys. I'm sorry we were a few minutes late. Hey, here's my co-host already. On point.
Hey, you guys. I'm sorry, y'all. It's all right. Don't worry about it. I just got online too. I had to get, because okay, so for you guys watching who do not know, I have a 15-year-old son who's on the autism spectrum. So, usually I'll try to set these things up or do them when my daughter's home, because she'll help me kind of like, steer him and get him settled so that, things are occurring and stuff. And she had a dance class tonight. So I was getting him set up and ready before I came online. So forgive me, guys, for I am late. But sometimes things happen in life that we cannot help.
Yes, I naturally was. Usually I'm right on board, like I'm good. Okay. But today I was just, my stagehand, which is my husband, he was all over the place. I was like, oh my God, I can't find everything. So I was like wilding out a little bit. So I'm just gonna.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot better. Let me grab my agua florida because I forgot that, rushing. Okay. Give me 1 second.
I was doing the same thing before I got online. You want to know something? A few things that I'll do before I pray or before I read, and so does Jay.
Yeah,
you have your water, your fluids. Yeah. And that's to pick up.
We already got some fluido in it. Woo! It's popping. It's popping. They get excited.
I always light a little light.
Me too.
And you may not see them during the lives because they're off to the side, but they're there.
Yeah, I have a nice little, I don't know if I can move it.
Yep, there you go.
A nice little emergency candle that's supposed to last 6 to 7 hours. It usually lasts like an hour. Yeah. Even on my lives, I have to have like 2 or 3. Let's stage everybody. Stage everybody. Hold on.
And I am going to mix the 2 oracle decks that I opened yesterday. I've been bonding with them today and shuffling them today and playing with them today. So we're gonna bust these open today.
Ooh, girl, I brought my favorites. I brought this bad boy, and yep. I have the simplicity.
Oh, you see, that's funny. The night that I put it down, you picked it up. So
I picked it up. Let me grab. You can put it on that side. Let me grab one more deck that I forgot. I'm a hot mess, y'all.
Is that better?
Yeah, much. Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
All right, now let me grab my glasses so I can actually see. I'm always complaining that I can't see.
So, you want to know something? I'm sitting here thinking about it. Let me give you a little plug here. My homegirl sent me this beautiful, lovely piece.
I'm so glad you're wearing it.
That she sells. Yeah, watch my videos. Watch my videos.
I love it. Yeah, my husband picked that crystal for you.
Thank you. I love it. It goes so well with my eyes and all the green I like to wear.
Yeah, he was like, this is hers. This one right here. I'm like, no one invited you to the picking ceremony.
Listen, when I opened it up, I was like, oh my God. You know how I get. You already know how I get.
I know. I love it though.
Okay, so for those of you just joining us, if you have questions, you're going to drop those in the box at the bottom of the screen.
Yes.
And we'll get started with those. But we were talking earlier, and for some reason, this subject is coming up a lot with people. And I wanted to bring it into discussion because, you know, who knows? For some reason, every time we start a discussion, you and me, it comes up as one of the major themes in our lives.
Always.
So, you know, the wording that I put on the flyer for tonight was forging forward with faith in regards to 2021. And you know, faith is the opposite of fear. And unfortunately, 40% of the time when we're reacting to things, when things are happening in our lives, the hesitation, that problem that we have is that fear of my mom used to tell me all the time, and you guys, I always bring my mother up, and I will always bring my mother up because she was my rock as far as my spirituality was concerned, and I feel like I'm here because of her. She used to be like, you know what, BB, your fear is of the unknown.
I love that.
Because the answer is not sitting right in front of you, because you can't see what the outcome is going to be. You have this fear about it. And a lot of the time we let, that's Andrea.
Yeah, I just read it. Hey, Bru.
Our fears stop us from moving forward, from accomplishing, from getting where we need to go in life.
Right.
And I feel like because
so crazy that you're saying that, I don't mean to cut you off. It's so crazy that you're saying that, because I have posted something a while ago, earlier today on another group page that I help run, and it was like, if you didn't have any fear, what would you try? Like, if you had no fear, what would you try? And I love that, like, this is what we're talking about, because I don't think people really understand how controlling and handicapping fear is. It's like crazy. It's debilitating, that fear. And then, like, we question ourselves. And I know, especially in spirituality, I even had this conversation with my goddaughter recently, and I said, your own fear is blocking you. You're taking a step forward and te está trancando. You're stopping. You're like, you know?
Yeah. That's, you know, with 2020 having just passed, because this year, I think without a doubt, I can't find one person that's completely happy with what happened this year, or,
bless you.
Anybody who was completely happy this year, or anybody who felt like they accomplished anything this past year. It was like a debilitating year for everybody. And I think it was just because so much of the unknown took place. You know what I mean? Like the whole entire world. I live in New York City. New York City got shut the fuck down. Are you fucking crazy?
They was like, nobody's moving. Everybody's saying to fuck home. Yeah, like they shut everything down.
And then I'm an essential worker.
Girl, God bless you. So you really out there. You in the trenches and shit.
I had to move through that fear. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was, you know, I understood a couple of weeks later when things started moving around. My daughter had to go someplace, and we had a discussion about her taking the bus, and she felt really anxious about it. And I'm like, you take the bus every day? What are you talking about? I get you're going to have a mask. I'm going to give you hand sanitizer, all that stuff. I'm going to give you, you know, gloves, whatever the case is. We have what we needed.
Yeah.
Still had this anxiety. And, you know, it took me a moment to register that, because I had been moving through it all.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So in saying that, I also say that know that other people don't always understand your fear.
Yes. They can't. Not everyone can understand it to that level, because that's you know, I can completely understand. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that a big, for some reason, and it's funny because I'm part of that page that you were talking about, and you said something and I commented on your comments.
Yes, yes.
And, you know, it came up at work. It came up a few places today. You know what I mean? And
it's been coming up. When I sit down right now and think about it, it came up yesterday for me in a different business venture that's a little bit, it's separate from spirituality. And one of the speakers, the key speakers, had said, get out of that fear mindset. Get out of that being poor mindset. Get out of that I'm gonna fail. Get out of that, because part of growth is super uncomfortable.
Yep.
That's so great. This is the perfect topic. And I think now, especially with because I remember our live before the end of the year, we discussed, you know, like what the kind of vibe was gonna sort of be. And I think now, with so many crazy things happening as of yesterday, there is a fear throughout. This fear of, holy shit, we were just set back hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Holy shit, there are really crazy people in the world. Like, everybody right now is shooketh to their core. So this fear, it's crazy. It's just like this tornado, and it's just... And it's kind of like push past that. Push past that.
Someone commented, fear is an illusion. If you want to know what it is, it's an emotion. You know what I mean? Love is an emotion. You feel it. Fear is an emotion. You feel it. It's not tangible. It's not tangible in a way that you can deal with it or make sense of it. You have to get off that. You have to get over that mind block. You understand what I'm saying? It's
really hard. Yeah. And it's really hard, that fear of, even speaking in terms of, like, even within spirituality, there's this fear of like, are they gonna believe what I'm saying? This fear of failure, this fear of looking like a fraud. Because especially right now within social media, there's so much, I feel, which is part of a big reason why I kind of took a step back. I feel like there's just so much animosity and, you know, and I feel like, and I really feel like it kind of, the people who are trying to slowly develop and come and evolve into their spirituality, they get hindered. They get pushed back. Because they're like, oh my God, like, this person is saying this. Who made that person the gatekeeper of a particular religion or a particular spiritual path? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's so sad when I see it, you know, like, people, when they're fearful, you know, in their spirituality, and like, oh my God, am I bugging? Am I crazy? Oh no, I'm not. I can't be. And I'm like, no. And it's sad because I've been in that situation where I've been like, what the, you know, like, but you get to a point where you have to push that to the side, because that fear is what's going to hinder you. You're never going to experience anything. You're never, hey Kyla, you're never going to, hey honey, my husband just signed on too. I'm trying to, it's not hoping that you ain't going to shout me out. I'm your stagehand. You know, I feel like that fear is so debilitating, because it's almost like, you know, you don't want to fail internally. You don't want to fail, but then you don't want to fail in front of people.
How about this? Let's bring this full circle. Do you know how long it took me to start my tarot page?
Girl, you know how many times it took me?
Do you know how long it took me to get comfortable or start getting comfortable going live or posting videos? I am, listen, and it's the same concept. I'm human just like everybody else. And who the hell, I want to fail on Instagram in front of 2,000 people. You know what I mean? And you want people to like what you're doing.
But you know, something I've learned is that I've learned that your vibe is going to be for who needs you in their life. Your message is for who needs to hear it. Sometimes hearing a message, people get real ass hurt. They don't like, oh my God, this bitch, she making shit up. Am I? Because you're feeling really bothered. I really ruffled your feathers on some shit that I would have no idea to know. And it doesn't affect me. What I'm telling you does not directly affect me. So I'm just giving a message. You could take with it. I have a particular spirit that says, she says this refrán, which is the saying where she goes, cómalo y cágalo, because no me importa. She says, eat it and shit it out because it's not my business. I'm just giving you the message. You do what you want with it. It's not going to affect us. But I could have, like, girl, like, I get it. Like, that, like, you know, it's like, oh my God. And, you know, people really, you know, it's really sad that I you know, this fear has been so debilitating to people. Like, there are some people that just have a gift. And it's this fear of, you know, people calling you a fraud. People, you know, being, even girl, for a long time, I struggled with the fear of charging people. I struggled with that. My best friend, she would be like, girl, she was like, girl, I ain't trying, y'all know I'm very colorful. She was like, would you take your ass to the gynecologist and be like, hey, give me a pap smear for free because this is your blessing? She's like, you wouldn't, right? She's like, you want to know what the billing department's going to be like? Sorry, I'm sorry. Go to the ER. Get that bill in the mail. So it's almost like, but even that fear, because then you're questioning like, oh, am I good enough to be charging what I want to charge? You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. I feel like fear is such a big thing right now. And it's so, even when you like brought this up for us to talk about it, I was like, oh yes. Oh yes. This is exactly what we need to talk about.
Andrea said, been told B to get your tarot reading online. You're gifted. I had there's another person on here that I saw. I don't know if she's still here or not, that I've read for years. And they'll say, they told me, you know, I swear by the things that you say. You know, another thing is this. Yes, we're all connected to energy. And yes, we all have the ability to do what we do. However, sometimes you're born into a lineage of people that are psychically, spiritually, so on and so forth, gifted. And when you grow up, when you grow up accepting that gift and seeing that gift and experience that gift, whether you like it or not, it's something that comes natural. And then, listen, many a time I'll say, did you hear from your mom? She tells me that I have goat mouth. I usually goat mouth is something bad, but whenever I open my mouth, things come out. But
yeah, you got goat mouth, girl.
I know. It's crazy. Sometimes I surprise myself. I love it. Sometimes I surprise myself.
You be like, did I? And I'll be like, yeah, girl, you did that. You did that. And it's true. Like, you know, I hate, you know, anybody can learn. Yes, there are certain gifts that are, like you said, that have come down, you know, through blood, and maybe sometimes it gets lost in transition. You know, some people don't practice and then you kind of stumble into it again and it just kind of flows. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, you're taken back by it. You know what I'm saying? I remember being like 8 and like, you know, being able to tell people things and they'd be all like, and then I just stopped. I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna think I'm crazy and shit. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna say nothing. And then, you know, it's people, you know, and I also think too, even if we wanted to take this a step further, I think people tend to assume that because you're gifted or you're a medium or you're phenomenal with tarot and being able to pass other messages through tarot that maybe not in the exact karn, you know what I'm saying? That it's like you're an on-call medium.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work that way. There's that fear too of like when you want to help everybody. And you're like, no, I can't. Well, and then there's that fear like, oh my God, what if I turn them away and then karma? No, because you need to have space for yourself.
Right.
You know, look at that flame. That flame is like, yes. Yes. Look at it. But yeah, I think this is such a good topic. Baby.
I'm telling you, it's been coming up, but it's a new year. So what is our fear this year? Our fear is that 2021 is going to somehow resemble 2020.
Yeah.
The toilet paper, fucking,
but you know
I
what?
survived the toilet paper shortage in 2020.
Me
That's
too.
how
I fought a few Karens in the Karens in the store. I got kicked out of a few stores. Not even because I wanted toilet paper. I was just like, yo, calm down. You don't need, tú tienes agua. You have water. Act like we don't have no running water. Like, y'all got some water, you know? But
yeah.
It's 2021 is gonna be challenging. I think people thought they was gonna wake up and it was gonna be like live our life.
Yeah, great new year.
You have to look all the way in the back. I'm sorry, y'all. If not, don't worry about it. I'll grab it. So yeah.
So for those of you, hold on. For those of you who are just joining, drop your questions in the box, the bottom of the screen, if you want us to pull a card for you. While I was shuffling, after Andrea asked her questions, I got a jumper.
Let me.
It popped out.
My life down.
And it's about excursions. It's about getting away from the regular. And I know that for you, there are challenges presented in it, but I also know for you, and I know that you go on your little day trips, but I don't know if you need an overnight. I don't know if you need that, you know, there is going to be an opportunity to take another step out of your normal comfort zone and see something a little bit different. You don't need a question. We can just pull a card for you, but just ask for it.
I got be graceful in movement and action, which really it's such a pretty card. Gives me the feeling that if I don't know if there's a particular direction she wants to move in with something. There's a particular direction. Humbly and intelligently and gracefully move. You get further with honey than you do with vinegar. So yeah, you get but don't, you know, just because honey's sweet doesn't mean, you know, you gotta be all, no, you could be stern.
Yeah. But don't be a fake fucker.
Yes. And guess what? You know, moving in that action, people are going to be like, oh shit, not that she cares, because that's not, but there's a direction she's had her eye on. Move in that direction, moving it, but just very humbly and gracefully, but don't take no shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's a way of being overly humble. If you know your shit, you know your shit. Don't downplay your shit. You know what I'm saying? You can be on point and still be like, yo, I'm on point, but I'm grateful. You know, it's like, don't question my intelligence like I'm stupid. We're not going to do that here, you know?
Right. She says, on point as always.
Oh my gosh, she's the sweetest, bro. She's the sweetest. God bless her.
Oh, that's my boo. All right. So if you have a question, drop it at the bottom of the screen. The next question is, I'm feeling like I'm going to develop building relationships to help and serve my community. I just feel that.
All right.
Okay. Part of, you want to know something within reason, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to wake up tomorrow and say, I feel like I'm going to be purple, and you're going to be purple. I mean, you can embody the vibe of purple, but there's certain things in life you really cannot change.
Okay. I got this. You got a jumper? I had a jumper, but I kept being pulled to this green deck. And I was like, no, I don't want to. And it's just nagging me. So let me just go back to it.
Okay. So in continuation of what I was saying, part of achieving, part of bringing something into fruition is your feeling about it, your thoughts, your wishes, the way you think about it, and your light in which you see it. So if that's something you feel, I don't have any doubts about that. It's just what direction you're gonna go into and how that's gonna happen, or whatever. But go ahead, Boo, you go.
I think that I gotta read the question again. I'm gonna do that. All right.
Oh, she will think she's gonna get involved in her community.
Okay. I see that's definitely absolutely going to happen, but in the process, not to seek anyone's approval. If you're doing this, it's for you, so you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because I got this beautiful gem. I think this is such a beautiful card. And it's expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. Don't let nobody, if you're doing this, you're doing this for you because you want to. And of course, you said you wanted to work in the community. There's no doubt in my mind that you're going to, and that is a good, that's a good path to take. But I want you, every move that you make, you're moving it to make yourself proud. Not so anybody else can give you that. It's always nice to get some sort of apoyo or praise, you know? But don't expect that. Fuck that. Be your own cheerleader. Be your own cheerleader always, because there may be a point where you may get a little discouraged. You're going to hit this bump, and you're going to be like, fuck. You know, you may hit that, like, what the fuck am I doing this shit for? No. Pa'lante. There's always going to be that. And you're going to be like, fuck, shit. Do I keep fucking get out the car and push that shit? You know? So I think that's a absolutely 100%. That's a good.
It's funny. It's funny what you were saying because hope came up.
You see?
So you have to continue to keep your hopes up during the process. You will have, like everything, your pitfalls, your backslides. There's going to be things you forgot to do, things you didn't do, things you could have did, better, different, whatever. But there's always a second chance, or, there's always a solution to the problem.
Always.
No matter what the hell is going on, there's always a solution to the problem. So don't fret on the small details, and don't, I have mornings where I get up and I'm like, should I keep doing this shit? Because, I'm not it's not growing the way that I wanted to, or I don't see what, whatever.
Yeah.
And things are never going to be perfect, but the idea is that you have to keep going because at some point things turn.
Yes.
For the better, you know what I mean? So if you're just joining us, please put your questions in the box at the bottom of the screen. It was somebody that right, wanted us to pull a card? And she said just tell her whatever the universe.
I think so. I don't know who though, bro. I got my glasses on. Yes, J Towers. Okay. Right? Yeah. Okay.
And it was just a pull for me, whatever.
You're
welcome. So go ahead and drop your questions in the box at the bottom of the screen.
And hello to everyone who's joined. I can't see that far, even though I have my glasses on. I don't.
Well, I appreciate everybody for joining us. Yes. I'm sorry we ran a little bit late today, but such is life. Sometimes it happens. Yes,
late.
We have good reasons. Anybody in the crowd that has kids, they know sometimes you just got to put the pause button for the kid for a minute.
Hi, I think it's Lexi. I think there's an A and a number at the end, but I can't see that well. I think it's A Lexi 4. She said hi. Hi.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. Oh, mine is running delayed.
Is it? Usually I'm always delayed.
Yeah, mine is running on a delay for some reason. And it should be because I bought a Wi-Fi extender for this.
Universe is like, no, we're just really going to mess with y'all today. Go ahead. You go first, girl.
Presents. You're going to be gifted something from the universe.
Ooh. Girl. That's crazy. Go ahead. I got Oracle, which is wait for important information. So I think that this gift that you say is coming is some really important information that she's been waiting for.
And how about this? The person who is holding the gift, it looks official. Like it's important.
Very official. Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. So wait for that news. I don't know if you're expecting this news to come.
Right. Yeah.
But it's coming.
She thought, oh my God, yes. Moves, girl.
Okay.
Moves. Yep. Wait for important information. It's coming, bro. I got chilled. It's coming, bro. I got chilled. And it's 74 degrees in my house because my husband feels like he needs to be in Puerto Rico and it needs to be hot. Yeah.
So you're good. You're gonna get that news. So anybody else with questions, drop them in the box at the bottom of the screen.
Ladies, oh my God.
Yeah,
I love it. Y'all don't understand when somebody gives you that like confirmation like that,
especially right away.
Right away when they're like, "Oh my God, holy shit!" Like that is so. Y'all don't know that like lights up our spirit. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
It really does. It lights up our spirit. It's deeply appreciated.
It does. And you want to know what it is? It also lets us know that we're in tune, that we're doing the right thing, that the spirits that communicate with us are communicating with us correctly, because you know we get our messages in different ways.
She put
so she says her body is shivering.
I live for that. I love it.
Will I find a new job this year? So, you know, it gives us, you know, the confirmation right away. It's definitely, it's soul food. Maybe that's an appropriate way to put it. It's soul food. My hands are standing up, and I'm in the hot shower watching you ladies.
Girl, that's me. I put it up in the corner to make sure they can't see nothing. Like the only thing y'all seeing is the wall. If my FBI agent is watching, his name is Gregory. He's watching the wall. He can't see me. All right, so they asked, will I find a new job this year?
Yes. And if anybody else has a question, drop it in the box at the bottom of the screen, and we'll get that moving. She said exactly.
My stage hand is here. Sitting there patiently. My stage hand is here. He's like, I want to join you guys.
When is his next party?
Saturday. That's the last one. Then he's having surgery.
Send me a flyer for us so I can put it
up. Absolutely.
So her husband it's not going to be on Facebook anymore. It's going to be on something else.
Twitch. So we have uninterrupted because you already know how I feel about Facebook. Don't let us live our lives and shit. We can't play no damn music. I'm like, for real? I bought the music, so shouldn't I be able to play it?
Right.
I like it.
They're like, no, fuck you. You can't play shit.
They're like, they end it. They be like, stop it. Dale pausa ahora. And then if they don't, in the middle of the live, they block the music. So you'll be driving, you'll be all like, what? You catch yourself singing out loud. You think you're singing to the song and stuff. Mm-hmm. All right, you go first, B. Let's see.
Let's see. There's gonna be.
I got two. Go ahead.
And mine's specific. There's going to be a dark-haired gentleman who's going to retire from a position.
Girl.
And two fell out. One fell out, one I pulled. One is a dark-haired gentleman, and the other one is the retiree, right? There's going to be a dark-haired gentleman who's going to retire from a position, and that position is meant for you. You have not been able to find anything because this position is meant for you.
She manifested that. Because I got, you can manifest your every wish. That's the one that I pulled. Then I had one that fell out that says, think before you judge, which is leaving me to decide that when this position opens up, before she's so reactive, she got to take a step back. Pros and cons. You know, I know sometimes with a position that's higher up, there comes a lot of responsibilities. Maybe at first you're like, fuck this shit, I don't want to take this shit. Yo no quiero ese dolor de cabeza. No. Don't be so quick to judge that, because you manifested this without even realizing, again, your thoughts are power. You manifested this. So that's why that because there was something waiting. There was something waiting, 100%.
So the 100%. Answer is yes, but you have to wait until somebody's ready to go.
Yes. And it may not be the most, you may not, you know, even take a step back, weigh it out. Weigh it out. This may, for example, this may be an opportunity that may allow you to gain a new, I'm going to just start like certifications. Take it. You know, look at it from that perspective.
What I feel like is it's gonna, like, you need to make this move to get your foot in the door, and later on down the line it'll be more what you want. At the beginning it was gonna be less of what you want.
Yeah, but it's gonna open up.
Right.
Yes. It's gonna open up. Like, it's gonna be to a point where you're like, all right, I gotta move a little bit, but when you're in it, that's it. Everything is gonna open. You're gonna learn more things. They may even send you away for trainings. They may pay for trainings. Jump on that.
She said, I will continue to meditate on it.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Because don't give up. See, here's the thing. When we want something different, when we want change in our life, when we want things, we want it to happen right the fuck now. So as you wait for it and you wait for it and you wait for it, you start to wonder, do you really want it? You start to falter on your manifestations, because it's like, oh, fuck this. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. Don't fall into that trap either.
Yeah, don't. Because sometimes it's a test.
I think that your internet is acting funky.
Huh?
Your internet is acting funky.
Is it again?
I think so. Is anybody else seeing it, or is it just me?
Oh, I see it on my husband's phone.
Okay.
Should I jump off and jump back on?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead if you want.
All right, let me jump off.
It up.
Maybe it'll clear it up.
Okay, that's fine. We'll try that out. So you guys who have just gotten here, go ahead and drop your question at the box at the bottom of the screen. My co-host was having some technical difficulties, so she's bouncing off to bounce back on. So that gives you guys a couple of minutes to throw your questions down there. Oh, and we got one. Go ahead. Anybody else? Go ahead and throw that question in. We are doing one card pulls. Our tip information was pinned at the beginning of this live. However, it's never expected, but always appreciated. I can send you the information. Send me a message on Instagram, and when I finish the live, I'll send it to you.
Can you hear me?
It's still okay. Better now. It's starting to get better.
I'm not even gonna move. I'm just gonna sit still.
No, maybe it was because I was on Instagram.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, right, so we have a question.
Building relationships. Oh, okay. That's an old one. I'm getting it real delayed. All right.
Yeah, I was getting it on delay. Now you're getting it on the delay.
Okay.
Okay.
General advice.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't see the name. Maybe she doesn't have a name that's like really, you know, whatever. Yeah, I don't see it. Ethan, what are you doing? Can you close the door? Thank you.
Like, Mom, no. My kids were up here earlier. I was all like, orange down, she's asleep. Go night night.
He's a good boy. He's just, Ethan is he parrots stuff. He repeats things. So he repeats TV shows all day long. So sometimes you guys will see me on a live or something, and they'll be like, you know,
you'll hear it in the
SpongeBob
background.
quotes going in the background.
I love it. All right, I got release the old and rest, which is really leading me to believe that there's some things that you're really holding on to, and it's almost disturbing your peace. It's time to let that go. Let it go and let it rest. The more you beat a dead horse, it's not going to come alive. So it's time to release. It's no longer serving you. It's time to rest, regroup yourself, figure out what direction you're going in, whatever boundaries you need to set, whatever it is, so that you can come back stronger. That's what I got.
I got a letter.
Ooh.
But I'm going to say that because we live in this day and age, we're not talking about, like, you know, the post office is going to send you a letter and tell you whatever about life in general. I feel like this is going to be, why is this not letting me make this go away?
I'm telling you, it's Instagram because I was talking about Facebook, talking trash.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're setting me up. So this is going to be some form of communication, a text message. I don't see an email because, you know, people don't email anybody anymore. Social media message, text message, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever the hell. If you do not make a move to end, you like to move on from this thing that's no longer serving you, there's going to be a message coming along that's going to prompt you to do that shit.
Yes, that's that release. Yes.
Before the universe decides to make this a not so pleasant experience, because here's the thing, when the universe has to push your ass like that, you tend to stumble.
Yeah.
Right? And it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It just means that when the universe has to push you to do something that you know it's time to do, it's not going to be as pleasant as if you get to plan it out yourself. So, my advice to you is to, you know, get rid of the things that are not serving you in life, or the universe is going to do it for you.
B.
Yes.
I got to click out and click back on because I can't hear you. The universe is really testing me. Go ahead. Click on.
All right. Okay, so my co-host is jumping off and jumping back on because Instagram right now is being extremely problematic. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining me. For those of you who have just jumped on, my co-host again is having technical. Yeah, I can't even get that word out today. Technical difficulties. And she'll be back with us in a minute. So if you have a question, drop it in the box at the bottom of the screen, and we'll be answering your question when she comes back in 2 seconds, which would be now.
When I'm back.
Hey!
The universe is testing me today.
When you sign back in, the little box with the question on the bottom started working again. Maybe it's like a whole glitch thing. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Just let me live.
It's not going to stop us. We just go back and do another live.
You know what my husband said? My husband's like, it's the power. The power is too strong between us.
I'm telling you, that's why we got nothing but the hit.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
A friend of mine just jumped on right now, and I saw her name, and it reminded me how we were talking earlier about getting confirmations and shit like that. She texted me about something going on in her life, and she was like, yeah, when you did a reading for me, that came up. And I'm like, really? Shit, because when I say things, like, if you don't write that shit down, I'm not going to remember that.
Yep. I tell people all the time. I'm always like, bring a pen and piece of paper. You're not going to hit me up later like, hey, do you remember? Because I'm going to be like, no. I'm not going to lie. I don't remember nothing. Did somebody ask about their family?
No.
There wasn't a question about somebody asking about their family being problematic?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
But go,
Okay.
do tell. I don't know who this mystery person is, but I'm gonna pull a card for them too.
Right before I got disconnected.
Did that shit roll out your fucking deck for me?
Girl, because right before I cut off, I could have swore I heard that there was a question about that their family was being really problematic. And this says take control of your own narrative. You're nobody's puppet, not even family's puppet. So I don't know if somebody needs to hear this. I don't know. You're nobody's puppet. This is your story. Just because that was your story at one point, because that's your family, and we're all a part of a book. It's a big book. We each have our own chapters, our own series. It's like a trilogy. You know what I'm saying? So don't let nobody play a freaking puppet. There's no puppets.
Absence.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah.
Absence. You got to take yourself out of the situation sometimes. And it doesn't mean, now, understand that doesn't mean abandon your family.
No.
That doesn't mean you don't love them anymore. You don't watch out for your people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to turn your back on your family. I'm telling you that when shit is toxic,
you got to set them boundaries.
Sometimes you got to be low key.
Yep.
So whoever needed to hear that.
Yeah, because I heard that right as it cut off. And I was like, wait, hold on. Oh my God. Husband, get me back on. I don't know.
How about this? If somebody, she says, I feel attacked.
That's what literally I heard is, and I was like, oh. And then as I'm, it pops right out. And I was like, okay, I'm not bugging. I'm not made. So maybe it was on somebody's.
So she didn't ask. Somebody. Okay, so do you think that card was for you? What's her name? Wanlace?
Yeah.
You feel like that message could be for you too? Because it just fell out of the deck.
It fell out. And I heard it clear. I heard it as though somebody was reading the question. And I swear to you, I heard my family is being very problematic.
I got on. Yup.
So maybe like their spirit guys was like, hey,
I need a message. Get this shit out there. I need
to let her know real quick because it's been heavy on her. So there you go, bro.
Right. And someone wants to know, is my job going to permanently close in 2021?
Okay, let's see.
A lot of places are closing.
It's getting scary. I feel like this may be the year of people really being entrepreneurs in their passions.
Yeah.
Or learning more, having multiple businesses and just being able to intertwine them both in such a way. I really feel it's creating that mindset like, I got me. I'm going to have me because, you know.
Because, the government is not giving us shit.
You know, I ain't wild right now. I know I'm going wild.
Not only that, you know what I mean? It's crazy because I say this all the time. I feel like we live in a society. Here's now, and it's funny too because when you say that, what I hear is, you know what the drawback to that is going to be, right? Now everybody's your competition. Everybody's scared.
Go ahead, girl.
And I see this. She says, I was just talking about this today, and I see this a lot in even the tarot world online. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this, at the end of the day, and I've said it again, and I will say this shit until I'm blue in the face and people don't want to listen no more. Not everybody's going to vibe with me. Not everybody's going to vibe with you. Not everybody's going to vibe with us. And that's okay. You understand what I'm saying? Because the universe is going to put somebody in your line that's going to work with you. That's supposed to be in the path. Right?
There is billions of people. There is enough for everybody to eat.
Word. Not everybody likes the same shit.
I don't like duck sauce. You may like duck sauce. I'm a soy sauce, hot sauce type of pica chick with a little bit of salty. I love that. You may not like that. So here you go, boo. Take my duck sauce. Let me get your soy sauce. Vamos. Y todo el mundo pa'lante.
Right. And if we both like ketchup, then why can't we share that shit? Problem.
Why can't we share it? Put it in between us. And that, girl, I feel the same way. I feel the same. And I feel like people, like somebody had put that she has a photography business and she's trying to have a nail business. Yeah. I feel like this is going to be the year, and I want y'all to not move forward because of fear, because you're like, oh my God, you know, I may be doing this. What if I don't get, I don't know. There's always someone out there for you.
And
I don't care
if can we support one another?
Can
we give each other props and share love with one another?
So, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had read something today that it says, support your friends like you support celebrities that don't know you exist.
They don't give a flying fuck about you.
They made their bread. They made their bag. You know, so I feel like, yo, everybody, all of us have something different that we bring to the table. All of us. Nobody's work is the same. Nobody's work is the same. And you may find, you know, a particular bra that feels more comfortable than the other. Okay, yeah. There's somebody for everybody. There's a spiritual advisor out there for everybody. You just gotta find them. You know? That's why I'm always like, really? Y'all doing a lot. The one, you know, it's sad.
It's true.
All right.
You're like, yo, this I once had a tarot reader tell me, like, she got a reading from me. And she said, I said to her, you know, if you feel inclined, write me a review. And she was like, I'm a tarot reader. I can't write you a review. She says, because if I write you a review, then
oh, you take away from her?
Then my customers will go to you.
I'd have been like, all right, boo, that's okay. You just sent your karma out. That's fine, boo. Because I'm not competing with you. Your gift is you. At the end of the day, like I always say, no one knows anybody's gift, just like no one knows anybody's spiritual core.
Right.
That is so tacky.
It's true, but that's how it is. That's how it is. Like people that share your shit and you don't share their shit, and it's like,
it's that tit for tat thing.
It doesn't. First of all, it shouldn't be. If you're doing something, you should be doing it from the genuine love of your heart. Because at the end of the day, if you have expectations on other people, you're gonna be fucking upset. Very upset. Very. Nobody's gonna do the things that you do, how you do when you do them. Like, you know, you can't replace a person in your life with another person. You can stop person and find a new person, but there's no replacing an individual, no matter how good or bad that individual may be.
100%. 100%.
Because you could be similar and you could be a lot, but one cannot be the other.
It's even like, even though like we're not, but I like that you guys can have certain, but you're not the same, you know? And it's like, let's talk about really quick about orishas, right? In Ocha, and each orisha has a different camino, a different path. So we have Ochum, and she has different paths. So a child of Ochum, you know, I'm a child of Ochum, but I'm a child of Ochum, but may have a particular path of Ochum. So all children of Ochum are not the same.
Okay, yeah.
We each have separate, like a path of hers, but it may not be the same as yours. Right. Even if you're a child of Ochum. You see where I'm coming from? So I feel like people always have this mindset, like, I'm like, yo, we're all different. It doesn't matter. Okay, I read cards, B reads cards, but she's a different kind of card reader than I am. Or she may sense spirit differently than I sense spirit. It doesn't make neither one of us better than the other. No, like we're equally fucking dope as fuck.
And understand this. Two different readers can see the same card, and that doesn't necessarily give the same message. Doesn't make either message wrong. It just means 100%. That Spirit gave me this message with this card and gave her that message with this card.
Yes. And I always feel like it is such a gift to have when you're read by two readers, because you're getting a message, like you just said, from two that is being delivered differently. Or will connect at some point. You know what I'm saying? But your spirit guides are like, all right, this is, you know, and then my spirit guides are like, bleep, bleep, bleep. And it's like, oh shit. So it's almost like you're getting two readings at one time by two different people. I think it's dope. I think it's super dope. Because back in the day, the Yeahas would do it, and it was like, listen, it's just me.
Listen, when my mother was alive, she used to go to centros.
Yeah,
And
it'll be recorded.
you get read by multiple people. No. She wants
Mm-hmm.
to know who should be recorded. That'll be our next question. For the one with the business that she was wondering, if her job was gonna close, there's still hope for them. They're not ready to close the doors.
No,
There's still a way to dig themselves out. So the
yeah.
mark for that company is not in the sand yet. It all depends on a particular outcome. Something is still in the works. There's still an outcome that needs to come forward.
Yeah, because I just got a card. I wonder if it's like in the medical field. This particular, I don't know, maybe I'm not like medical field, like a doctor's office, but something, I don't know. But this rolls off of what you're saying, because hopefully they're open to whatever kind of business guidance they're going to be given. If they're open to it, then there is some kind of way of saving this business, this company. But they have to be open to it. If they're not going to be open.
I'm going to say this also, because this is what comes to mind. A lot of businesses are laying people off. So I don't know if there's a possibility to cut staff or some kind of there's something coming through, and also there's budget things going on. They're gonna try to reformat the budget. Obviously they don't want to close. There's a lot of backup shit going on. They're trying to be open. So it's still not a definite concrete you're done.
Right. I'm really stuck on this medical right now. I don't know if this is a path they were thinking about because of everything going on. I don't know. It's just giving me this feeling of have this backup. So and maybe that, I don't know if it's giving me this feeling of have a backup. And I don't know if the backup in mind was like, oh, maybe I'll, do phlebotomy, medical assisting. I know right now in the medical field, y'all are the real heroes, because them and people who are delivering Instacart and all the other essential workers. So I don't know. It makes me feel like, I don't know if it was a thought that crossed her mind. Something was brought up. Like, hey, if this doesn't go, this is a perfect opportunity. If they close, you get unemployment. Maybe you can go to school. You can acquire a trade. So I don't want her to look at, or them to look at this like, oh my God, the world is coming to an end. No. I think that if God forbid were to happen, this is going to open up another path for her. So yeah, that's what I got, y'all.
But you say you have the backup for that. Okay, so Lexi24 wants to know, will she be recorded?
With what?
She wants to know, will she be recorded? I'm assuming she's an artist of some kind.
Oh,
like a music artist. She's a music artist or something like that. She wants to.
Okay.
So what I got was merchant. You're going to have to sell yourself. Get some studio time. Work on some stuff with some people. Start to see, because here's the thing. To be seen, you need some kind of platform. I don't know if you have stuff out there. If you do, continue to do that. But start trying to get with people who write songs. If you don't write your own songs, start doing those things for yourself, because then that will find the hands into somebody, or it'll find its way into somebody's hands.
I got 3.
Damn. All right then.
We got retreat and recharge, move in a new direction, and to shift your perception. If this is music recording, I would suggest taking a step back and really coming up with a concrete plan. Set, I know this sounds really cheesy, but really sit back with who you are, because within the music industry, it will really test you spiritually. It's crazy. I have a brother, like a brother from a different mother. He's in the music industry. And he has his own studio and such. If you're interested, if you're in New York, send me a direct message. I could get y'all in contact. Maybe that y'all can work out studio time, whatever. But this is really giving me this perception that they need to step back and take a moment, because this is going to drain you, if it hasn't already. And moving in a new direction is giving me the sense that this is, in order for this to occur, it's going to be outside of what you were thought, the direction you thought it was going to put you, the path you thought it was going to take you in a particular direction. No. It's time to switch it up. It's time to switch it up, because sometimes maybe you've tried this and you keep hitting like this dead end. That's because it's not. We got to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? And shift your perception. You need to kind of look, sometimes we get so caught up in why it should happen this way. It should, let's make it happen. No. I do feel that eventually, yes. But I really want to really emphasize that recharging and retreating. Please recharge and retreat, because it will suck the soul right out of your ass, and it will really kind of beat you down. But I really feel that this new direction that's going to be presented to you is going to be a direction that is really going to flourish. It's going to be a little nerve-wracking. It's going to be out of your element. But I think this is it's gonna get the ball rolling. And keep and shift your perception. Things, you gotta switch the glasses up to see things in a different light. Do that. You know what I'm saying? My phone died, but what I hear.
It was spot on.
Okay. So that's what I think.
I'm gonna post this if the Instagram gods are with me today, because for some effing reason.
And this is Rebel, right? Is it Rebel? Is that what it is? Okay, I'm gonna reach out to you. I don't know if you caught that. I have a brother who has a studio. If you're interested, I'll send you his.
Rebel.rum was the one with the closing business. The one with the
closing business. Oh my God, I'm
recording is Alexi24.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Oh,
and send me a direct message, and we can send you also. And I'm going to make this announcement here, because somebody just asked how much we charge for readings.
You can drop that. And then I'm going to follow you up. Go.
We collectively, so here's the thing. We both do our own readings. Right now, I don't think
my book's
personal. Okay. She does readings with me online. I do my own personal readings. However, me and her will be offering a package together. So you can book a reading from the both of us, where we will both pull cards and both give you information. If you want one or the other of us, at some point in the future, she's planning on doing private readings again.
Yes.
She does, I'm definitely going to blow her ass up.
Yeah.
And you guys can definitely reach out to me. I'm available currently, and I'm always doing personal readings as of right now.
And I'm always like bees of shit. Unfortunately, I was planning to open my books in January. My husband has to have surgery. My focus has to be on my boo-boo. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So looking at March, that is the month where, like, March, we could open books. But if you wanted like a reading with me and B, I'm down. I do this with B. I go live sometimes on Sundays, and I'm down. Like, me and her already had talked about it. So, but just me, one-on-one meetings, I can't do it right now, y'all. But me and B together, and B by herself, she don't even need me. B by herself, she by herself.
So whatever you're interested in, hit me up, and we'll definitely get that information off to you, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So that is the conclusion. There are no more questions, my love. But we are very grateful, as always, that all of you joined us today. Thank you so much for your input. Thank you so much for your energy. As always, be blessed. Like she says, wash your hands.
Yeah, don't be an asshole. Wear your fucking mask. Wash your fucking hands, nasty motherfuckers. We trying to snuff this shit out. Be kind, y'all, and don't fucking litter. All right? We're here. This isn't our land.
Support your favorite brujas.
Yes,
like,
please.
share, tell people who even don't fucking like about us.
Yeah.
Hit us up if you need any information. We love you guys. God bless. And Sunday at 7 p.m. I am going to be a guest on the lovely Lunita's personal page, or not personal, but her whole private spiritual page. I am going to post information. You must join the group. And I'm telling you, and I will tell you till I'm blue in the face, she gives a lot of good spiritual information, technical information, things about, you know, your fluid on your table, things about how your camera burns, things about how to cleanse yourself spiritually. Yeah. So, and she got the bomb ass jewelry, so y'all need to stop fucking around and get on that page.
I fucking love you, B, bro. I love you. You're my favorite person ever. All right, guys. Stay safe. Lucy, wash your hands and stay kind. I'll catch y'all on the next one.
Blessings always. Good night.
Bye, guys.